The gang stalking phenomenon is truly bizarre. It's been around for a long time, but before the internet, you'd probably just see it as schizophrenia. With the internet, thousands of, for a lack of better words, mentally ill people can connect and converse about their alleged government harassment that they are experiencing, feeding into each other's delusions. If they aren't a part of any communities where they can speak to others that are dealing with the same thing, another part of this whole pattern tends to show them documenting their everyday life and their mental torment that they endure.
Sir, you need to get off the phone.
No, I don't.
Yes, we're taking you to the hospital.
I'm going to the hospital, man. Don't worry about me. Hey, I got stabbed right in my chest. No.
Hey.
I'm gonna show it.
No.
No, I'm gonna show it.
No.
Hey, buddy, keep this on
Don't
straight.
touch my fucking phone.
Try and take care of
You
you,
can't.
sir.
You can do it fucking without touching my fucking phone, dude. You see this, guys? He's trying to stop. In case I die, he's trying to stop getting alive. I don't care. I know you didn't
Sir,
stab me.
we're trying to take care of you.
Then stop fucking
Okay.
with my fucking phone.
No, we're just
All
trying
right?
to take care of you.
See that? Guys, fucking get stabbed and they're trying not to let me contact people. To let them know that I'm fucking stabbed right in the middle of my chest. Ugh.
Here,
Hey.
Let me see your phone.
No.
Yes, we're
What did I
we're
tell
about
you?
to get to the
Hey!
Hey,
Get off my fucking phone!
No,
Get off my
we're at the
fucking
hospital.
phone!
hey, boss. Relax.
Motherfucker. I refuse to have this man serve me. Any medical attention.
Hey, listen.
I'm in fear for my life with this man.
Calm down.
Hey! This man's trying to take me.
Yeah.
This guy's attacking me. By getting stalking cocksuckers.
Hey, calm down. Straighten this arm out
I
for me.
will. Alright.
Hey, brother.
It would be a lot easier if you get the fuck away from me.
come on.
Because I consider you a threat right now.
Knock it off.
Alright? Get away from me. Get away from me. You're a threat. Please get this dude away from me. Oh my god. Hey. Hey. Alright. You leave my left arm alone, alright?
Sir, I'm Dr. Armo.
Age estimate 5'6", 1.
There's many people we can talk about, but there's one that came off as so odd and not really acknowledged by many. Harrison Briggs' story is quite mysterious despite there being over 15,000 plus videos on his YouTube channel. We're gonna try to shed some light on this guy because he's going through hell. His everyday life, he's not even in the comfort of his own home, where he can at least endure these delusions. He's driving across the country 24/7 while in the process of being incredibly paranoid. It's tough to find a lot of info on Harrison due to his entire online presence consisting of him being in his paranoid state, but there was some details about him I was able to obtain exclusively from somebody who reached out to me and wishes to remain anonymous. These text conversations were with somebody who knew Harrison before all of the craziness. The information isn't really groundbreaking, but it definitely gives us a better perspective of the whole situation rather than having to guess. We're gonna read them throughout this whole video because they'll give us some context to certain points I want to address. Earliest video I can find of him shows his whole paranoia really starting back in January of 2013. It probably started farther back than that, but his entire online presence starts in January of 2013. Harrison's story is extremely complicated. He's said a lot over the past 7 years. I know I'm probably not going to get everything right, but like I said, it's a matter of watching shit tons of videos of his and just trying to logically put it together. Let's start by watching his first video.
Hi, my name is Harrison Briggs. I'm going to get right to the point. Lisa, you framed me for rape, and I'm going to expose you on YouTube. Lisa Olstein is her name. Basically, my life has been made into a living hell for the past 22 years because of this lie. I'm going to tell everyone how it happened, how she was paid to perpetuate this lie over the years, a lot of money, and what it's done to me personally and to my family personally. I'll start off by saying, you're a bitch. You're paid tens of thousands of dollars. People know it. You've admitted to it under drug use, and I want to out you. I want to get back at you. I want you to be socially ruined the way I have been socially ruined because of this lie. I'll be making a lot of these videos and exposing more and more about you, but I just want to get right to the point. Some former friends of mine were kicked out of the bar on the main line. They got mad and blamed me because my current friends to this day kicked them out for what they're doing to me. Got drunk, concocted this lie that I committed a rape, and got you to go along with it. Initially, you did not want to do it, but after you said yes and everyone started asking you, it just snowballed out of control from there. How much were you paid? I don't know. I was told tens of thousands of dollars because it's been going on for so long. And you've been telling people you need this money to raise your kid. Bitch, get a job. Get a job and raise your kid yourself. Don't lie about me to do it. The lie has been perpetuated, and it continues to this day. I am in Miami right now, and it has followed me from Philadelphia to New York to Miami. Don't know what else I can say to get through to you, Lisa, but please come clean right now the way you have to other people, because people are finding out. Thank God it's about time. P.S. You're a bitch.
Right off the bat, you can tell there's definitely something off with how Harrison words certain things. Besides that, he doesn't seem nearly as frantic as he is as of present day. He can compose the events that have transpired in his life in a lucid manner. According to Harrison, allegedly there was a girl named Lisa Alston who accused him of rape. The story goes, a couple of his friends were in line at a bar. They got kicked out by some friends of Harrison's. They got drunk and got this girl, Lisa Alston, to go along with the allegation that Harrison raped her. I must add to Harrison's story that he did sleep with Lisa in the past. He says it in another very old video of his.
22 years ago, Lisa Olstein, you and I, we hooked up. 3 different times, 2 different rooms. You gave me your number in the morning. It was great.
Some of the events do sound like they may have actually happened, but it just seems a little much to get a girl to accuse a guy of rape just because his friends kicked you out of the line at the bar. That's what Harrison says, so we're just gonna go along with it for now. So that's how this all started. This whole journey began because of him being accused of rape, as far as we can tell. It's unclear of how far back it goes, but due to these texts, it says that he is bipolar, so I'm just gonna assume he's struggled with mental issues for most of his life, and if not, all of his life. We still don't know who Lisa is, though. I have not been able to figure out who this Lisa is that he's talking about. I would really like to talk to her about this if I could find out who she is. That's if she's even real. But for right now, we can just speculate. Despite him being very mentally ill, he does come off as really based, actually. His whole response to her allegations is kinda epic, I'm not gonna lie.
I'll start off by saying, you're a bitch. Bitch, get a job. Get a job and raise your kid yourself. P.S. You're a bitch.
The people that stalk and harass Harrison are what he calls cultists. These cultists are brutal, physically and mentally. Now you're thinking, just what exactly have these people done to him, besides stalking him and along with some less extreme, minute things that they do to him? You name it, Harrison probably has claimed it happened to him. Some can sound really ridiculous to where you can't help but to laugh. Then there's things that are just outright disturbing. Here's a few examples.
I noticed that they were pulling the hair out of the front of my hair now. If I can get in there and just illustrate a little bit. And This is a new area of attack for the cultists. It was back here. It's grown in a bit. Using the numbers 1 to 2,000 strands of hair since I got here in January. Could be a lot more than that, but that's the front area they're going after. And they say they pull it out every place but the sides. So it's horrific. It is just horrific. Just noticed when I was driving up here to Fort Lauderdale from Miami, there are little bruises on my eyelids. My eyelids have been held open, and I think it's like a tool or something, maybe like the eyelash curlers or something like that, but I have bruises so on my top eyelid. I don't know about underneath it, and I'm going to try to go in real close and see if I can get some video of it as evidence. It's brutal. It's brutal. They're holding my eyelids open out of the movie Clockwork Orange. Well, I'm at a rest stop in Virginia. I pulled over. I'm being delivered again. As always, it sucks, and it's very dangerous. Look at my eyelids. So I pull over to go to sleep. Every time I pull over, after I'm on the road for like 20 minutes, I notice I'm fucking exhausted or I have to piss because they drug me. And they spin my head around, they induct me again, part of which now, the brainwashing part, involves giving me a hard-on. And they make sure I have a hard-on before I leave. I'm in the back seat with a girl, I'm kidnapped, taken to the car, people don't know better. And so I pull to the rest stop, and I go to sleep because I'm exhausted. And I wake up, I have no idea how much time has gone by, but I look up and I see the interior lights are on in my car. It's set to door mode. So they got me again. It's Thursday night, about 11:22, 11:24. Of course, you can't count for time, The cultists are here, basically for the past 45 minutes, have been squeezing my balls and the veins inside my balls brutally, waking me up by that. Then I go back to sleep and they do it over and over and over. I was just allowed to get up for good, and it was 11:22. All of a sudden it's 11:24 and I hit record. So that's what they do. They just want to find out what I'm going to do in advance. These guys are here right now. I don't think there's a female with them, but they are bad people. This is nothing compared to eye torture or anything like that. It is just a brutal way to wake up. It's not just squeezing the balls, it's moving them around. It's doing the vein inside the ball. It's the ball side itself. I can go into detail about it, and it is horrific. I haven't had that bad in a while. I hope the cultists who are here right now can get exposed.
They're punching him, raping him, pulling his hair out, drugging him, brainwashing him, squeezing his balls. They're using every form of torture known to man. Kidnapping him on the regular as well. We know this isn't happening really, but I'm wondering, are these events self-inflicting, or is Harrison just some form of a hypochondriac? It plays into his schizophrenia. Say Harrison is overtired, so he'll correlate everything into the cultists kidnapped him, drugged him, and all that, so that's why he's feeling like shit when he gets up. Or it could just be some kind of a placebo effect. I don't know, I could be wrong. That's just a theory, I'm not an expert or anything. So, who knows? Speaking of the drug use, Harrison is technically a drug user, but here's the thing, it's not by his own hand, it's of course the cultists.
Good evening, Director Mueller. It's about 11:15 at night. Cultists won again. They always win though, it's just drug them and wear them down. They maybe go to the casino, lose some money. I'm drugged out of my mind. I just drove back down the highway. They won. So there. Do something. You have power. I don't. You have power. Do something. To the agents who is reviewing this, learn something about hypnosis. Why do I have to breathe through my nose? They can check for signs. You must have people at the FBI who know how to check for signs of hypnosis. I have them all. And they had just taken hypnosis to a new level. And I'm guessing there are about a core 20 of them left or so. And different groups come and go thinking they know everything about it, and new groups come, and they just invent more ways to do this. And you have no idea how brutal it is. They say they know how much drugs to give me, so I don't know I'm drugged anymore. It's unstoppable, it's unbearable. I'm starting a 1,100-mile road trip now. They need to be stopped. Do something. Do something.
While researching about Harrison, I actually came across an old website that he had up called harrisonbriggs.com. At first, when I found the link to his website, it appeared that the site was lost and forgotten. That's until I ran it through the Wayback Machine and thankfully found a couple of captures from the years 2013 to 2014. And we're able to access everything now on the site. It's a standard HTML website, very basic. He has plenty of videos we can go through, yes, but his website displays his story much more coherently. Some of the tricks the cultists use to get me to do and say anything. Although I have endured this for years, I still don't know all of their tricks. I do know the cultists have instilled the fear of God in me about going to the police. When I drive down the road and see a cop behind me, my heart starts racing. I'm sure it's easy to be on the outside looking in, but I guarantee you when you are alone in this world, people can be so evil. April 4th, 2013. They steal what little money I have. My home is their base of brainwashing operations. They want to keep me broke, so I have to stay at home where they can constantly brainwash me. I don't have a lot of money, and what little money I have, they steal from me. I just emailed about a dozen people, including the FBI and Governor Scott, about this. For example, on Monday I filled my tank up with gas, and by Wednesday it was empty. They are constantly siphoning my gas. I was told by a female cultist yesterday they stole 8 gallons from me in 2 days from siphoning. I smoke a little over a pack a day, but I have to buy 3 packs because they constantly steal cigarettes from me. I was never a gambling addict, but they induced one in me. They force me to go to the casino sometimes. Even if I do win and bring home some money, they steal that from me gradually. They also just take money from my wallet sometimes. It's 2:15 a.m. and I was woken up again by the cultists. They put me through the induction process about 5 times a day. They wake me up throughout the night and force me to drink coffee. My apartment has been a hotspot for AIDS transmission. As I've pointed out in multiple emails to politicians, media and law enforcement agencies, I've been repeatedly exposed to the AIDS virus while helpless/hypnotized. Still, the FBI does nothing. I was the centerpiece of orgies involving both men and women. Very rarely safe sex was practiced. Cara Griffin engaged in unsafe sex acts with me while breastfeeding her daughter. I was forced to engage in a sex act with an HIV-positive man while everyone in the room laughed and said, "Harrison is getting AIDS." Yesterday, April 19th, 2013, I sent an email to 20 people about this, and not only was it illegally blocked, but there was no record of me even having sent it. Drugs. I emailed the usual people, including the FBI and Governor Scott, about how I am drugged. A male cultist told me a few times that I've been drugged for so long that I have no idea. I know it has been years. Drugs weaken my brain and make it easier to keep me brainwashed. It also makes driving dangerous. A group of people met me at the Portofino yesterday. They were surprised to learn I was drugged. I don't know why. I've made it clear on this site that they drug me. One very disturbing thing that a male cultist said to me a few days ago was, quote, "It's amazing at what a good mood you're in when the drugs wear off. So we drug you again." End quote. That was a lot to take in and maybe even comprehend. The depth to his claims just shows how consumed he is by his delusions. This is Harrison's entire world. Judging from all of this, he never has a single moment of peace or downtime. Now you have a better idea of what he centers around every post or video he publishes. In February of 2014, Harrison would post his last video on YouTube for at least 3 years.
Groggy. Another suspicious hour. Another day of my life taken from me. Another law enforcement approved suspicious hour. I will always press charges.
When he returned, his mental state was worse. This is the first video he posted when he returned.
It's me, Harrison, of course, in my apartment. And I blinked and I think a half hour went by, so why not document it, make a note of it. Whoever's here may have left. I mean, the other night I was from midnight to 4 a.m. I cannot account for anything. And my gut instinct tells me I was made to repeat a bunch of bullshit after some torture. I've also been told there are documentaries on me. I haven't seen them. I'd love to. There are books about me. I'd love to read them. I was told once that the people who are doing this know they've been on TV. I'd love to see that. These celebrities who had me tortured or tortured me themselves and then made me appear to be funny and like them, I want to see that tape. I want them locked up for the rest of their lives. I mean, millions and millions of dollars were made off me and I'm broke. I can only afford to get $6 worth of gas or so at a time. So they idle my car. I was told people were mailing me money. Thank you. I never got it. If they were mailing me checks, how were the checks deposited? Sorry, my speech from sleep deprivation. Basically, I don't know anyone. The only person I hang out with, 2 people, mother and stepfather, and they're getting switched constantly, but I think I'm looking at my mother. I think I'm looking at my stepfather. I can't stay in a motel this summer. My quote-unquote mother, the real one, would pay for it. Quote-unquote father, real father would pay for it. They're not going to. That's why I'm going to be living in a tent this summer. I don't know who these people are. That guy just called me a fucker. Works for UPS. He's on my property. I'll tape him. Just called me a fucker. Works for UPS. There's a truck.
At around the end of June 2018, Harrison decided to take to the road. Leaving Florida, where he primarily resided, his mission? Head to New York and find his mother. This is where his life takes a turn for the worse.
Well, Fort Myers tomorrow to meet my father. That place, people from Philly, they're actually from Newtown Square outside of Philly. When a cheesesteak place like Colonial Boulevard and McGregor. There's a little shopping center there. And from there, I'm going to head to New York and find my mom. I kept saying, I want to go there and see you. And she keeps saying, no, no, no. And then she gets this expression at the end, I FaceTimed her. And maybe she really wants someone to help her, and she's too afraid to ask for it. That's brainwashing. It's powerful stuff. I think she's in that state. I'm sure she's in that state of mind. She wants nothing more than to hear someone come to help her. It's over.
No longer able to reside at a permanent residence, Harrison is either living in motels or out of his car. When Harrison is in public, extremely often he'll take pictures and videos of random people who he believes could be hypnotizing him in the moment, and sometimes even confronting them directly. I'm not gonna lie, they can be painfully awkward to watch.
You don't live here. You don't live here. Huh? Do you live here?
No, I don't.
You're not allowed in here.
Okay.
This is private property.
No, I'm a realtor and I'm going to show a unit, so.
I don't believe that. You don't live here. You're not allowed in here.
All right.
He has always done this, but he began excessively doing it once he began traveling. Once he started traveling from state to state, it's like he never stopped. Being on the move like that 24/7 can't be the cheapest lifestyle. This leads to my next question. A big question I was always wondering was, where does he get the funds to continue his nomadic lifestyle? It's definitely very costly, that's no secret. His parents have tons of money. He manipulates them into giving him the funds he needs, as it says in these texts here from a person that used to know Harrison. It does leave you wondering, why do they continue to enable him? Harrison believes his real parents are the ones who give him money, but he can tell when his parents are swapped out with clones when they refuse to give him any money. Now, I know I played this video a couple minutes ago. I just want to play a few seconds of what he says in this one part about his parents that can confirm that, yeah, he gets money from his parents.
Basically, I don't know anyone. The only person I hang out with, 2 people, mother and stepfather, and they're getting switched constantly, but I think I'm looking at my mother. I think I'm looking at my stepfather. I can't stay in a motel this summer. My quote-unquote mother, the real one, would pay for it. Quote-unquote father, the real father would pay for it. They're not going to.
I understand them as his parents want him to be able to have money in his pocket. I don't want to rush to judgment since we don't completely know what's happening behind the scenes, but it does make you wonder, especially since they live in the state of Florida where they can Baker Act him. The Baker Act is a law in Florida that allows family members to provide urgent assistance to relatives in desperate need of mental help. Him being on the move, of course, is a factor, but other than that, I'm not sure why she doesn't take advantage of this when he is in Florida. So we'll just have to come to our own conclusion for that. Tell me why you think she won't Baker Act him. That's how I'll milk a comment from you. Present-day Harrison is still right where he started, constantly on the move and mentally diminishing, sadly. One notable thing that had happened while making this video was from August 27th to October 1st, 2020, he completely disappeared from the internet. It's not known why that is as of now. He could have been in a mental hospital, jail, and before his return, I began to fear that the worst may have happened. Well, he's here, and it doesn't look like he's going anywhere anytime soon. If anything significant happens, I'll definitely make a follow-up video. That'll do it though. We've reached the end. Make sure to subscribe here on YouTube, follow me on Twitter. Twitch sucks, I'm not streaming there. Just about every large live streaming platform is awful. If I do stream, I'll stream on YouTube. And maybe Patreon if you want to show that you're a good person. That's it. Hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for the support. I worked very hard on this, and expect more.